not at this place yet, that is okay. We're gonna go over this, and then you can go back and finish this page right here, okay? So here's how step 7 works. It says your family has decided to rent a vehicle for your road trip. You have 5 choices: a 2015 Ford Mustang, a 2015 Smart Car, a 2015 BMW Concept, the Batmobile, and a 1998 Honda Accord. Okay, here's the information you're given. You are given how much it costs to drive 25 miles. You are given how much for each car, and you're given how much fuel it takes to drive 25 miles. Okay? So our job is to figure out the total cost. We are going to set up a proportion just like we have on every other step. So I'm going to show you what the proportion would look like for the 2015 Ford Mustang as an example. All right? So down here, we're going to say Ford Mustang. And remember, a proportion looks like 2 fractions that are equal to one another. Okay? We don't actually need this 3rd row for the information or for this step of the project. So what we're going to do is use the cost to drive 25 miles and then how many gallons it takes to drive 25 miles. All right? So we need cost and miles. Cost and miles. Okay? So for the Ford Mustang, how much does it cost for 25 miles? For the Ford Mustang, yeah, $4.14. So we know that. We know that it's $4.14. Sorry. What do you think's going to go on the bottom there where it says miles? It's $4.14 for what? $4.14 for 25 miles. So $4.14 over 25 miles. Any questions how I got that? Okay, that's right here. What are we trying to find here? The cost or the number of miles we're driving total? We don't know how many miles we're driving total? Do we know how many miles we're driving total in our trip?
No.
Where could I find that information? Oh my goodness, right here where it says total distance. Okay? So somebody's about to get rewarded for doing their homework. So somebody tell me your total number of miles for your trip. Juliana. The entire trip. How many? Uh-oh. Daniel, I guess you get your homework done, help since you finished. 3,500 miles. Okay? So that number of miles, not everybody should write down because this is not everybody's total number of miles. This is Daniel's. So if you are not Daniel, you should not write 3,500, but you know what should be set up here. What we're looking for is the total cost. Okay? So every proportion should start with the information from this table. $2.62 for 25 miles. That would go here. $6.35 for 25 miles. Okay? Then I'm going to put X for cost because I don't know, and the total number of miles I am traveling. So this number is the one that's going to stay the same for all of our proportions. But it depends on how many total number of miles you traveled. So if you traveled 10,000 total miles, you would put 10,000 here. How do I solve this proportion? Cross multiply. So I would take $4.14 times 3,500. Does anybody have a calculator on them? Anthony, could you type in $4.14 times 3,500 for me? 14,400. Okay, so I have 25 connected to x, so I'm going to write 25x equals 14,490. Then how do I get x by itself? I'm going to divide by 25. So Anthony, could you also take 14,490 divided by 25 for us? $5,796. Okay, so to drive the Ford Mustang for 3,500 miles, I'm going to pay $5,796. Okay, so what you're going to do now is take the information for each other car. So your smart car is going to be $2.62 for 25 miles equals, we don't know how much for cost, so our x is going to go there, and then this is going to be the total miles of our trip. So Daniel would put 3,500 here. Juliana, what are you going to put here? Now that you found your total miles. Good, 2,700. So everybody's going to put a different number here. Then you do the same for the BMW Concept, the Batmobile, the Honda Accord. Okay? Then at the bottom it says write a paragraph. Cross that word out and put sentence. I don't need you to write a paragraph. I just want you to say which vehicle you're going to rent and why. So maybe it's the cheapest option. Maybe you want the Batmobile because you don't care how much you spend and you just want to ride in style. I don't know. But you need to explain why. Okay? All right, before I answer questions, this next part, from now on, I believe that you can do on your own. So I'm going to go through each simple step, and then you're going to have time to work. So step 9, how many days will you spend in each city, and what will you do? So length and days. So this is your city name. How many days? Are you going to spend 5 days, 3 days? And activities you will do. List 1 to 5 in each. Okay? 1 to 5. Step 10, you can travel 800 miles per day. Find the number of days you will spend driving from city to city. Okay, so think about, I have a total number of miles that I'm driving, but I can only drive 800 miles per day. So time spent driving, and then you're going to add in how many days you're spending in each city. So these days plus how many days you're going to spend driving. Step 11, you will need a hotel room for each day of your vacation except for the last. Fill in the table showing the number of nights you will spend in each type of hotel and the amount spent. So if you're going to spend, this is a 1-star. Let's say you spend 1 night in a 1-star. Cost per night is $45. What's your total cost? If you decide to spend 0 nights, you need to fill it in anyway. 2-star, 0 nights, cost per night, $55, $0. Okay? Step 12. For each day you spend driving, you will eat 3 meals. You may choose where you eat your meals. Fast food, chain, or fancy. Okay? So type of restaurant, how many meals. So if your vacation is 15 days long, then you have to do 15 days times 3 to find out how many total number of meals, and then divide those up. So this total number of meals should equal this number. So type of restaurant, how many meals, cost per meal, total cost. Total spent on food. Okay, step 13, you're going to go back to the car and use the 3rd row here with the cost to rent. Okay, to help you with step 13. Oops, sorry, step 13. Then you're going to do the total cost of trip. So fuel, it tells you what page it's on. Rental car, it tells you that it's right here. Hotel says it's step 11. Food, step 12. Total cost of your road trip. So all the rest of these don't take as much math, but more decision making and some multiplication and division. So you may now work through okay? Today is Thursday. We will work today and tomorrow in class, and then we're going to reevaluate where we are and decide if we need an extra day next week. Questions anybody has? I know I went through a lot. I will post this on Google Classroom, so if you're like, I have no idea what she said about step 13, you can go back and watch the video and find step 13 and see what you need to do. That was a lot. Questions? All right, you may continue to work.